Hi, I am Assistant Professor Eman Adil Jaafar at the University of Baghdad. In this lesson, I'm going to explain a new subject from your grammar book, a University Grammar of English. And we are going to explain imperatives and the uses of imperatives in English language. So, let's start. So, first of all, what is an imperative? Imperative when someone is being told to do something or something that demands attention or action, an avoidable obligation or requirement or necessity. So, what are the common uses of imperatives? Sometimes imperatives, we call them commands. So, we use commands in English language to give orders or instructions. Okay, suppose someone is being told by his instructor while learning how to swim, jump, for example. This is an instruction to jump. Okay, to encourage someone to do something. Okay, for example, when we say try harder, in this way, this is a kind of encouragement. To suggest something, let's go. Okay, and to offer something. So these are the four uses of commands in English language. We have several types of commands or imperatives. Number one, commands without a subject. When we say commands, mean sentences, imperative sentences without a subject. Okay, the characteristic of these sentences, it has no subject, and it has an imperative finite verb. That means the base form of the verb without endings for number or tense. For example, the verb jump. Jump here, the verb only without a subject. Another example, be reasonable. Verb be and reasonable complement. There is no subject in this type of imperative sentence. Put it on the table. We have verb, it, direct object, on the table, adverb of a place. Another type of commands or imperatives, we have commands with a subject. Okay? For example, with the second person pronoun, you be quiet. Here we have the subject in this type of commands. You mind your own business and leave this to me. We can use in this type of commands with a subject a third person subject. Okay, for instance, somebody open the door. Everybody shut their eyes. Jack and Susan stand over there. So we have somebody, everybody, Jack and Susan. These are third person subject. Another type of commands with the verb let. So here, let us all work hard. Most usually we use this let with a contraction. Let's. Let me have a look. Okay, so here can be applies to the third person subject. For example, let each man decide for himself. And another example of anyone shrinks from this action, let him speak now. We can use commands with negatives sometimes. To negate second and third person imperatives, one simply adds an initial don't, replacing assertive by non-assertive forms where necessary. So we use commands with negative by adding don't. If we have a sentence, for example here, open some windows, we can say don't open any windows. So changing from assertive, some, to non-assertive, any. You open the door. Don't you open the door. Here, negative. Someone open the door. Don't anyone open the door. So here, when we add the negative, we change from assertive someone into non-assertive anyone. Sometimes we can use negative commands with the verb let. First person imperative, on the other hand, have two possibilities. Let's open the door. Let's not open the door, here with a negative. Don't let's open the door, and this is informal. And the second of these is available for the third person imperatives. Don't let anyone fool himself that can he get away with it. And here we have another type of commands, persuasive imperatives. A persuasive or insistent imperative is created by the addition of do with a new clear tone before the main verb. Do have some more juice? Do let's go to the theater? So here, this is a kind of persuasive imperative. And finally, we can use commands or imperatives in polite forms. For example, adding the word please. Please don't shout at me. Please tell me your phone number. This is an initial position at the beginning, and we can use it in the final position. Hand out the books, please. Help me with the homework, please. And you have an exercise in your grammar workbook, exercise 118. You have to name the subject, if any, in each of the following sentences. Here you have 10 sentences. You have to name the subject of these sentences if there is a subject. And that's it for today's lesson. Thanks for watching.